I told you on Cornell's video that I shouldn't have had that much trouble with that boat level.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, good. It got the flea man.
Yeah, you got through it in like 10 minutes.
Though, to be fair, Carrie also didn't have that huge opening cutscene either.
Yeah.
With the village on fire and all that.
You know what? It would be a shock if Konami themselves announced, we're remaking this game.
Well, I mean, I could... You know the button that Cornell uses to turn into a werewolf? All the characters were supposed to have a super move.
Huh.
But they didn't add them even in this version. If I were to remake this game, I would give all characters super moves, but in Carrie's case, instead of super moves, I would just have different spells. Instead, she wouldn't have pickup weapons. Oh, at level 2, the axe makes lightning strike.
Yeah.
Instead of having pickup weapons, I would just make the super button cycle through different spells.
After watching you play this game, I've come to realize it's a better game than I thought it was.
Most people don't give it the benefit of the doubt for a lot of things. I mean, I think the worst thing about this game is the frame rate.
Yeah, definitely.
People complain about the camera, but you can adjust the camera. You could not adjust the camera in the original, and let's be honest, the D-pad is not the most intuitive camera control.
Oh, jeez.
Especially on an N64 controller.
Ugh.
So, people that complain about the camera, you know... I've also noticed that a lot of camera complaints come from parts where the game gives you auto view, but you can press C up and switch out of auto view to an action cam, or you can manually control the camera. People also say, oh, this and Castlevania 64 are basically the same game, but this one has more characters, even though the forest level, the Tower of Science, the Tower of Executions, the Duel Tower, and the Tower of Sorcery are all have completely different level structures.
Magic! Magic! Operate.
Operate. Operate. Operate.
The gate is open.
Hey, remember me?
Oh yeah, I forgot about the furry.
Oh, he's dead. Honestly, I think Carrie has, like, the easiest quest in the game. Although, the charge nature of her shot, it's the most powerful weapon in the game. A full charge shot.
How old is she?
Oh.
You think she's around the age of,
Words engraved on the base plate. The sage points to the right path. Oh, that would be useful. If there was a sage.
That's one thing I don't miss from recording the Metroid Prime games, is when I'm saying something, I'm...
Being interrupted.
I'm being interrupted because it's scanning everything. It's like, okay, you know, I have an interesting topic I want to bring up, and this planet is blah, 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 and this is the blah, 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 blah. What was I talking about? Yes.
Mark, you were talking about this.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so what I was going to say was, and then this creature is like this, and this creature does this, and this is... What was I talking about again?
You were talking about...
Dang, scans! Of course, it's not an issue when you're just playing on your own for fun.
I'm actually taking the path through the forest that you're normally supposed to take. You see, with Cornell, and also with Henry, because I had to rescue that one kid, I sort of took a shortcut through the forest.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say,
Is she about the same age as Maria?
yeah, when Maria started fighting evil.
I think so. I think they're close to the same age.
You're hitting all the switches and levers and stuff.
Switches and levers and levers and switches.
And stop.
That too. Exploding skeletons!
They went boom.
So did that tree.
Oh, it was struck by lightning! And here's another power-up that I don't need.
Disintegration.
Did you plan that, or...?
I don't know, it just came to me.
Disintegration!
And brother, when it disintegrates...
Bless you.
Not here.
What?
Thank you very much.
Oh, okay.
Oh, hello, Mr. Guy.
It was a merman. You can...
This man.
I've done this sequence so many times, I kind of have everything in my mind's eye.
Just about.
I guess the merman gave up. He's like, I'm not platforming up there, you crazy?
Oh, during a practice session once, I was trying to jump up to one of these, and a merman just jumped straight out of the water, clubbed me, and I fell down and died in the death water.
I kind of wish we got that on camera. Can't lie about that.
You know what would make more sense for a short-range attack? Instead of doing this, if she just had like a short-range flamethrower spell or something?
Yeah.
Except these attacks are meant to be used when you're running, but then again, if they broke that rule with her, I don't think it would matter because she can do that while running. So...
Did you hear what I was saying about the mounted monsters?
Yeah.
It's so cool that you can sharpen your weapon and stuff while you're riding. It saves so much time.
Hey look, a red skeleton. And more of them. But these red skeletons are all controlled by little spirits.
Huh.
Destroy the spirits, and you can kill them for goods.
Nice.
These coffins contain items, but I didn't go and pick them up because sometimes they have sub-weapons, and I don't want to lose my sub-weapon.
What are you freaking out about?
The carpet was slowly bunching up like this. So he was sniffing it, and I pulled it straight.
He did. Hey, Tayu? Tayu? What are you doing, Tayu? Tayu?
Okay. Got both the spirits with the axes, and the lightning strikes from the axes falling killed the skeletons. Level 2 and 3 axes cause lightning.
Over here. I want to.
And there goes that tree.
I want you to get away from those consoles. Over here.
Oh. Here's something I should have fought with, I should have gone and fought this guy when I was playing as Cornell. Because this is a werewolf.
Oh, yeah. You really should have.
Running in circles! While my homing shot does everything.
Truly, she is a tactical genius.
And this guy has roast chicken.
Yay!
I don't know why he had roast chicken, but he had roast chicken. Oh, that's right, because I came from this way. I hadn't pressed the lever yet. Oh, it was here where the...
Yeah, you know, really watching you play this game, it's like, I can't imagine a 64 Castlevania game being any other way except this or the way they did it on the PlayStation 2. And of course, the PlayStation 2 was mostly just a bunch of battle rooms.
Well, I could maybe picture them trying to go for more of a 3D Metroidvania style, which technically speaking, Curse of Darkness did kind of do, in that after beating certain bosses, you would get new innocent devils that had certain abilities needed to progress to new areas, and then you'd have to backtrack. But those abilities were so rarely used outside of...
Bye!
If the auto view doesn't help, just switch to action view and manipulate the camera until you've got a good view of what you want to look at.
Camera tips!
Most people who review this game will just look at the auto view camera, say it's bad, and move on. Although, in Castlevania 64, if you had auto view, you couldn't do shit about it.
Huh. Well, I guess this video will end once you get into the
Castle.
Which I assume you're getting close to doing.
Data sage.
I'm back again.
Oh, we've seen you two other times.
Well, you'll see me again.
Well, you killed his minions super fast. Of course, they just keep coming.
It just mowed through them.
Chain light blast.
He's an electrical skeleton!
Did you know that dead bones dry out and have a hardness and consistency of rock? When you're still alive, living bone is much easier to cut through, but dead bone is very hard to cut.
But probably easier to shatter.
Yes. That's why in most Castlevania games, skeleton enemies are weakness to blunt weapons. And in Aria and not Aria, sorry, it was Dawn of Sorrow that came up with piercing weapons as a distinction from cutting. And skeletons are resistant to piercing weapons.
Yeah. You can poke bones all you want. You're going to miss most of the time.
There was a YouTube video that was talking about what weapons would skeletons actually use and whatnot, and how skeletons should fight. And what's funny is most of the stuff he came up with is stuff that actually applies to Brooke. He said that skeletons should probably use rapier-style swords, and he's like, if they don't have all that mass and whatnot, they'd probably be very fast. And it's like, oh, you mean like Brooke, who can run on water?
Jeez, did Oda... Yeah, Oda thought all that out. Cool.
And what's even funnier is I'm not even sure if the... I mean, the YouTuber I know does watch anime, but I'm not sure how familiar he is with One Piece.
And there he goes. Let me guess. Meat in the mouth.
Yep, meat in the mouth.
Meat in the mouth.
Roast chicken.
He was eating chicken! Time for seconds!
Look at that forest wall. That kind of gets cut off and angles the other way. Oh, the N64 times.
I'll be perfectly honest, for N64 standards, this game does look pretty nice. There are some times where it could almost pass for an early Dreamcast game. Early Dreamcast game. I just want to stress...
Look at her nice doorstop feet. She can stop all the doors with those feet. And I think, yep, we're coming to the end of the episode now, because that's the save point. It won't budge. Of course it won't! It's a massive gate!
Nope, you're too late. No one may leave once entered!
Castle
Turn
wall.
once left!
Okay, well... That...
Just don't forget that save point.
And saving. And there we go. Save. Okay, well, that'll be the episode. We'll see you next time for more of
This.
this. Carrie.